Conneaut Telephone Company, Suite 224 Internet, and Cable Suite 541 are now Great Wave Communications. We are the same company offering the same local services with the same great commitment to you. Great Wave Communications, a new wave for future growth and expansion. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the stage and welcome Mr. Don Yanone, CEO and Executive Director of Growth Partnership for Ashtabula County.
Good evening and welcome to this year's Best of the County Awards. My name is Don Yanone and I'm the new Executive Director of the Growth Partnership. My job this evening is to welcome you briefly and to talk a little bit about the program tonight and to just share a few short introductions about what we're thinking about in terms of the future, in terms of economic and community development within the county, which are really impressions that have been formed over my past 6 weeks, but also taking a look at everything that's been done and reading all the great plans and strategies that have been in place for some time. I would like to really thank a number of people here tonight, certainly the trustees and the executive committee of the Growth Partnership for their confidence in me to lead their organization. And we will sincerely be working as a team together to really move not only the organization ahead, but Ashtabula County. I certainly need to thank Hattie Grupke Barnard and Cindy Raby, who both are just remarkable colleagues, and we work as a team. And I just have such great appreciation. You can't imagine what it would be like to step into a new job if you didn't have two people who really understood what the deal was in this county. So they're just invaluable. I'd like to acknowledge my wife, Mary, who's over at table 38. Please say hello to her if you have not. Mary and I, it's just amazing. We have a great life together. She's an administrative executive at the Cleveland Clinic, and she's an amazing woman. And so I'm just delighted to not only come here myself, but to have Mary engaged in this whole situation as well. A little bit about the program tonight. The Growth Partnership is really excited about hosting this 26th annual program. That's a long time, and to see this many people in this room suggests that this is truly a success. And I thank all of you as those who have been a part of making this happen and being here and sharing your successes. And all I can say is that we're going to need all of your help as we try to move Ashtabula County ahead in the future. One of the things I think we all notice about success is that we miss the contributions because we're so busy in doing the job. And I think that this event gives us an opportunity to glimpse some of the great things that have been done by individuals, organizations, and businesses. And you're going to hear, I think, some really amazing stories tonight. From the standpoint of what we're thinking about in terms of economic development, there's a number of things, but I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't at least share a few ideas with you tonight, because I've been gathering so much, and I feel like I need to put that back out and give it back to you. One of the things that's really evident to not just me, but really to the executive committee of the Growth Partnership, is that our first job is really to take care of all of you and take care of the existing businesses that are here. And what we need to do is grow that next generation of growth companies here. And lots of names I could mention now, and it's an endless list, but we need to help these companies grow, and we need to be able to create the next generation. And yes, we need a lot of young people's help. That's why we need Laura Jones and what Leadership Ashtabula County does. The second thing is that we really need to concentrate on building a skills and a talent-driven economy here. That's going to take us time. First order of business is obviously filling the jobs that are available with our many employers. But I think beyond that, we need a deliberate strategy moving forward. We need a skills advantage in this county. It dovetails with the emphasis on education, lifelong learning, and everything else that we all know. But that's what's going to make this county really churn and grow as we look into the future. Third thing is that I'm a real community advocate, and I've come to appreciate the quality of place and how important that is, both in its own right, but the impact it has on economic development. For too long, economic development and community development have been two different worlds. We're going to connect them. And I think that that's going to be the powerhouse that's really going to help our county grow much stronger. There's a lot of things that we need to do together. One of them is certainly to work together, which Commissioner Dan Claypool and lots of others have been talking about. Scott Strayer says we've got to really build this team, and they're right. We need to basically invest our resources in our best opportunities, and I think we need to figure out what that is together. We need knowledge. We need to make sure that we understand not only where we're going, but the impact that we're having. We need to use technology. We need to be able to communicate our message in terms of the greatness of this county internally and externally. So when we think about a marketing campaign, it's very much one that has as much focus inside as it does out. And we need to advocate with one voice about the great things that this county can do if we can get the right resources from Columbus, Washington, and also resources from Northeast Ohio. And finally, something that I am very interested in is this whole idea of putting a human face on economic development, which I think dovetails with the focus around talent and people and how we're going to compete in the future, but it shows that we are a caring county. And I can't emphasize enough how important that is to businesses and to people and to everything that we try to do. So in any way that any of us can put a human face on economic development, it's going to make a difference. That's a short sum, and you're going to hear a lot more, and I want to engage you, and I know the board does as well, but it's my job now to turn the program over to Marty Kulik.
Could please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Earlier this year, Ashtabula County in Northeast Ohio lost a champion of economic development with the passing of Joe Marinick. Joe was the executive director of Growth Partnership from its inception until 2010. Please join us in remembering the legacy of Joe Marinick. It was April of 1990 that the Growth Partnership was finally formed. We didn't have an executive director, not until September of 1990 when they hired Joe Marinick. And when Joe got here, it was a brand new organization in a brand new location in the county seat in Jefferson. And Joe was told, as part of his mission and his duties, was to put his stamp on the organization and his stamp on the development center. He did both. Joe had to take that organization and fashion it into something that could create what the immediate goal was, 2,000 jobs. And that was going to have a significant impact on economic development, not only in Ashtabula County, but in the region. Because as the transitions came from the early 90s to the mid-90s to the millennium, economic development changed. And the approach that the Growth Partnership took had to change also. Joe was the one that managed that. As it stands today, the partnership is an organization that's evolved along with development, along with the county, and one that has left Joe's mark on it. It's not the same organization that Joe left several years ago, but it's an organization that was built on trust, hard work, and a belief that Ashtabula County would be a good place to make an investment, to raise a family, and to do business.
For our invocation this evening, I would ask that you remain seated in your chairs and bow our heads for a moment to remember not only Joe, but all those other men and women who have gone before us, who have brought their gifts and talents to us. And so we pray. We gather this evening to celebrate the gifts and talents of our colleagues, men and women who have given of themselves for the good of others. We give thanks for the gifts of their time, talent, and treasure. They continue to mold, shape, and transform us through their efforts and interactions in business, education, healthcare, and civic interactions. As we celebrate the best among us, we also ask for guidance and wisdom. Give us minds and hearts that seek to understand truth in this complex world. May our ears be attentive to hear what we have not heard before. May our eyes see society from a new perspective, and may our hearts nurture deep solidarity within our community. May our gathering this evening be a blessed event. May the food we share nourish not only our bodies, but our spirits as well. We give thanks for all who have made this evening possible, those who have prepared and planned, those who cooked and served, those whose vision continues to inspire and stretch us. May the efforts to improve Ashtabula County be a reminder to us of our brothers and sisters who do not share in our well-being. May we be mindful of them and labor to bring about a more just society. May we always remember that we have been given the blessing of freedom that awakens within us a call to serve and be generous. This is the blessing we celebrate and give thanks for as we pray together. Amen. I would ask that you remain seated, and people will come around to call you to the serving line. Bon appetit.
While the Best of the County Awards are a time to recognize the contributions of different individuals and organizations in Ashtabula County, it also serves to help Growth Partnership for Ashtabula County measure the progress of the previous year. In the past 12 months, Growth Partnership leadership has engaged in unprecedented strategic planning, refinement of vision, outreach, and collaboration. Engaging other economic and community development organizations and leaders from government, business, education, and civic sectors, Growth Partnership for Ashtabula County will begin 2015 with a new development roadmap to help develop Ashtabula County's best opportunities for growth by increasing the competitiveness of existing businesses, cultivating the next generation of growth companies, advancing our strong manufacturing base, while magnifying the impact of tourism and agriculture on the county economy. Another high priority in 2015 will be to build new organizational capacity and develop new partnerships to strengthen and amplify the impact of the county's network of development-related organizations, while creating new programs and services to develop the county's best opportunities and better serve its stakeholders. To lead this charge, Growth Partnership leadership selected Don Yanone to serve as CEO and Executive Director. Don is a proven, experienced economic development leader who brings a modern perspective to economic development based not upon growth strategies of the past, but new emerging principles such as embracing a performance-based team approach, collaboration through partnerships, leveraging strategic investment by both the public and private sectors, driving economic development through innovation and creativity, focusing on developing good jobs that lead to broad-based prosperity, striving for globally competitive industries with the goal of improving our communities and ensuring our future with an eye on sustainability. Knowing that successful businesses rely upon skilled workers in management and technical talent, Growth Partnership for Ashtabula County continues to expand programming to assist our young people in preparing for the jobs our businesses are creating. Once again, Growth Partnership coordinated the mentorship program, matching high school students with valuable experience in a job field that interested them. This year, a new scholarship was created in honor of Joe Mayernick, which will be awarded to a participant in the mentorship program. In 2013, the Best of the County Awards expanded to include Career Awareness Day, the day after the Best of the County Awards. Students from all over the county were brought to Spire Institute to engage local businesses and learn about the products, services, and jobs available in our area and the jobs expected to be created in the future. Growth Partnership has taken the leadership role in administering the State of Ohio's Business Resource Network program to determine the retention and expansion needs of Ashtabula County businesses and work with them to address these needs. Since the beginning of 2014, 75 local companies have been visited and 45 assistance proposals have been made to those companies interested in retention and expansion services. The past 12 months have also seen exciting developments with local industry leaders Ashta Chemicals and Mohawk Fine Papers, both announcing major expansions to their production capacity and with it an increase in jobs. Ashta Chemicals made their announcement in June, outlining a new $60 million investment to modernize its manufacturing process that will help retain and grow jobs at their Ashtabula Township facility. Mohawk Fine Papers, North America's largest privately owned manufacturer of fine papers, has been busy this year, hiring over 100 new employees, investing over $2 million in new equipment, extending its lease through 2022, and updating its state-of-the-art converting center to expand envelope manufacturing operations. And they aren't done there. Mohawk continues to plan for future growth to add more jobs in the near future. The past 12 months have also realized the results of increased collaboration as Pairings, Ohio's wine and culinary destination, opened its doors thanks to the tireless efforts of a team of tourism, economic development, and government leaders, and the financial support of many not-for-profit organizations and businesses in the county. Buckeye Schools and the industries of Ashtabula Township created the Buckeye Community Partnership to tighten the relationship between the school district and the employers who will employ their graduates in the future. ATEC, with Growth Partnership's help, has responded to the needs of local industry by collaborating on a new industrial maintenance program to ensure that local industry has workers with the necessary skills while working to fit students to the jobs employers have available today. Community Action Agency has recently become a collaboration partner with local trucking companies, launching a brand new commercial driver's license certification program to train truck drivers locally to speed up entry into the job while gaining valuable hands-on experience. Thanks to Kent State Ashtabula and Ashtabula Town Square, the Action in Motion Academy has both classroom space and practical driving space available for their students. During the past 12 months, we've celebrated several milestones, reminding us of the successes of our past, which is driving us toward new and exciting challenges for the future. Kent State University celebrated the 5th-year anniversary of the Robert S. Morrison Health and Science Building, which is educating hundreds of new medical professionals every year in a state-of-the-art environment that Ashtabula County is proud to call its own. The Ashtabula County Regional Airport was honored this year as Airport of the Year by the Ohio Aviation Association, which serves to underscore the positive steps being made by local leaders to preserve and expand this valuable local transportation resource. Ashtabula County Medical Center celebrated an anniversary this year, making it over a century and a decade of serving Ashtabula County with local professional medical care in a full-service state-of-the-art medical facility. ACMC has grown from a local hospital in 1904 to Ashtabula County's largest employer, providing over 1,100 jobs and contributing over $77 million to the local economy. While we celebrate the many successes of the year and remind ourselves of the progress we've made, this time of year also reminds us of the friends, colleagues, and leaders we've lost in the past year. Let's take a moment to reflect on those whom we'll never forget. To present the first winner of the evening, please welcome to the stage the Site Supervisor for Crystal Global and President of the Growth Partnership for Ashtabula County, Mr. Scott Strayer.
George H. Call started Premex in a garage in 1959 and grew that business to the 300,000 plus square foot facility it is now. This award recognizes the contributions of people like George, who demonstrate exemplary skill in driving their business or multiple businesses to job growth, greater market share, innovation. The 3 finalists of this award have certainly shown George's spirit in building their businesses.
I'm Harold Laudermilk.
I'm Priscilla Laudermilk.
And we started the business in 1965. My dad got me into it because he wanted to sell a couple tractors, and he'd been a truck driver and excavator most of his life and wanted me to help him out.
Yeah, after you got the tractors in here, he says, "Okay, Harold, it's all yours."
We added on the business as we went. We got into other types of lawn equipment, and then we took on snowmobiles when they came out, and then took on motorcycles. I think it was about 72. My children took over the business. I sold it to them about 97, I guess, and that's when we got out of it.
And they've done a good job with it, too.
Better than us.
Hello, my name is Dan Reel from Reel's Auto Sales in Orwell, Ohio. We've been here for 15 years selling used vehicles, cars, trucks, and vans. Probably sold about 6,000 vehicles in that time period to people from throughout the county and around the area. We were nominated by Jack Nettis, and he told us it was due to our participation in the community. The community supported us throughout these years and allowed us to grow to where we are, and we give back heavily. We started very modestly with only a handful of cars, probably 5 to 10 cars, and now we have 120 cars in stock. So when I say we give back, we try to do as much as we can, whether it's with schools, children, the emergency response teams, fire departments, and police. But if I have something to give back, I give it back. At the end of the day, I could probably have more money in my pocket, but by giving to the community then gives back to us. So it all reciprocates, and we appreciate that nomination.
Hi, my name is Joseph Crane. I'm the president of Lake Erie Ship Repair and Fabrication. We are a marine-based business who's branched out into several other areas such as industrial maintenance, R-stamp welding, electrical, firefighting. Basically, we do anything that's on a boat, we do it in-house. Additionally, we do industrial maintenance. So we also have people in place at Detroit Edison up in Ashtabula, and our future holds a shipyard in Ashtabula County. Hopefully within the next year or two, we have a 1,000-footer or 600-footer dockside all winter long, and we're able to provide jobs to 60, 70 people in Ashtabula County. So all in all, I'd like to say thank you to Ashtabula County for nominating us, and we look forward to many, many more years.
The 2014 winner of the George H. Call Award for Entrepreneurship is Lake Erie Ship Repair and Fabrication.
To announce the winner of the Community Impact Award, please welcome the General Manager of Great Wave Communications, Mr. Ken Johnson.
The Community Impact Award recognizes a public sector nonprofit entity for their efforts in improving the quality of life in Ashtabula County. This award also recognizes the contribution of non-business entities have had in supporting community development and economic growth.
Hello, my name is Judith Barris, and I'm the Executive Director for Ashtabula County Community Action Agency. The mission of Community Action is to fight poverty by providing services to families and individuals to help them obtain self-sufficiency. We receive funding for programs such as Head Start, Early Head Start, Women, Infant, and Children, Senior Nutrition Program, Weatherization, HEAP, the Emergency Utility Assistance, and 211. One of our most recent programs is the Action in Motion Academy. We are licensed through the Department of Public Safety to provide truck driving lessons to students so that they can obtain their CDL license. The results of this training is that we have individuals in our community who have lifelong careers, and the final result is a step toward a healthier community. The board and staff of Ashtabula County Community Action Agency are honored to be nominated for the Best of County Award. Thank you.
My name is Dwight Bowden. I'm the president of the Ashtabula County Airport Authority. Our 9-member board, our staff, and our professional service providers have worked very, very hard in the last 3 years to continue the vision of Robert Morrison. It is a 623-acre facility. Recently, the Ohio Department of Transportation Aviation Office valued the airport at $48 million. It is the intent of the authority and the staff and our professional service providers as well as our elected representatives to continue the vision of Mr. Morrison in ensuring that the airport is an economic driver projected into the future. So this has been a great experience for me personally, and I'm honored to be part of it, and thank you.
My name is Paul Bellino, and I'm CEO of Community Counseling Center of Ashtabula County. Community Counseling Center provided treatment to almost 3,000 residents of Ashtabula County in 2013. This represents over a 15% increase in clients served from the previous year. Community Counseling Center, along with its staff, board of directors, and professional colleagues throughout Ashtabula County, has had the opportunity to build upon these many recent successes to create a culture of excellence and integrity. Celebrating 50 years of serving the residents of Ashtabula County, Community Counseling Center is not only an asset, but also a leader in our community. The need for behavioral health treatment is bigger than ever, and we are striving to provide the resources to make sure all those in need get the help that they deserve. I would like to thank Growth Partnership of Ashtabula County for the nomination for the Community Impact Award for the Best of the County 2014.
Congratulations to each of the nominees, but the 2014 winner of the Community Impact Award is Ashtabula County Airport Authority, Northeast Ohio Regional Airport.
To announce the winner of the Business Excellence Award for a business with fewer than 50 employees, please welcome Vice President of Commercial Lending for Andover Bank, Mr. Tom Hof.
We'll now award the first of 3 Business Excellence Awards. These awards recognize businesses that have demonstrated leadership, growth, and continue to contribute to the Ashtabula County economy. Here are the finalists for the Business Excellence Award for businesses with fewer than 50 employees.
Hi, I'm Larry Springer.
I'm Matt Springer.
This is Springer Dairy Farms. It's been a dairy farm since 1939, since my parents were first moved here and got married, and I'm the second and Matt's the third generation from this farm.
In 2011, we added our manure storage building. And then in 2012, we built our new freestall barn that is will hold 120 cows.
Total, we crop about 200 acres of corn. We do soybeans, and the rest is in hay for the cattle. The soybeans are a cash crop. And total, we produce about 2.5 million pounds of milk a year. We'd like to thank Growth Partnership for being nominated for this award.
Hi, I'm Chris Brecht with State Farm Insurance here in Conneaut. We've been in business here for a little over 5 years. One of the things that I'm particularly proud of that we do at the State Farm office is our community involvement and the support that we provide to the schools and local community. Some of the things that we've done in the past is we sponsor a whiteout game for the high school football team. We helped put together an alumni football game this year as a fundraiser for the new Spark Complex. I have sponsored the Harry Church Memorial Golf Outing the last 2 years, and probably the biggest event that we did last year was participated in Celebrate My Drive, which helped raise $25,000 for the Conneaut High School. I really enjoy the things that we were able to do for the community of Conneaut, and I'm very proud to be a business owner here in Conneaut. And I know that none of this would be possible if it wasn't for the support of everyone in Conneaut and Ashtabula County supporting State Farm Insurance and supporting my agency. And I would also just like to wrap it up by saying thank you very much. I really appreciate my nomination this year.
Hi, I'm John Ringer. My wife Tammy and I own and operate Ringer Screen Print and Wholesale Imprints Incorporated. We're a local screen printing and embroidery company. We've been in business since 1990. We're a family-run business. My sister has been with us since 1995 and is an integral part of our company and our company's success story as well. We're primarily a regional business. We do a lot of local stuff through our Ringer name, and we do a lot of national accounts through the wholesale contract decorating business. There's been a lot of people that have come and gone through my 24 years in business, all of which I'd like to thank. They're all important and all have been a part of our success story, leading us up to being a nominee for Best of the County Business Excellence under 50 employees. I would like to thank you for the nomination, and best of luck to Springer Dairy Farms and Chris Brick from State Farm Insurance.
And the 2014 Business Excellence Award for businesses with fewer than 50 employees goes to, and you too could have had one of these, Wholesale Imprints from Ringer Screen Print.
Now, to announce the winner of the Business Excellence Award for 50 to 150 employees is County Commissioner Peggy Carlo.
The finalists for a Business Excellence Award could have been nominated based on job growth, job retention, or business innovation. Here are the finalists for the Business Excellence Award for businesses with 50 to 150 employees.
Good evening. My name is Bill Creed. I'm the president and publisher of the Gazette newspaper group and the Great Lakes Printing Company. And for over 130 years and 5 generations of the Lamson family, we have published a group of award-winning community newspapers located throughout Ashtabula and Lake County. Currently, we're publishing 5 newspapers, 2 recreation magazines, and approximately 30 special interest sections every year. The Great Lakes Printing Company has the capability of printing anything from business cards, letterhead, computer forms, all the way up through trifold brochures, rack cards, up through newspapers, magazines, and promotional materials such as coffee mugs, pens, pencils, things that you would need to promote your business. So whatever your printing needs may be, please give the Great Lakes Printing Company a call. On behalf of the ownership, management, and the employees, we would like to thank you for the nomination. We are truly honored.
I'm Brad Westfall, ASHTA's president. You may not know this, but ASHTA's been here in Ashtabula for just about 50 years now, and for the last 20 years under the name of ASHTA Chemicals. We're really proud of what we've accomplished here, particularly in the last 5 to 10 years. And again, we're particularly excited about the investment that ownership has announced and is making in our business. It really helps us cement our future here in Ashtabula and to provide us with a foundation for growth into the future. One of the things that ASHTA is most proud of is our incredibly skilled and talented workforce and experienced management team, many of whom have been here for approaching 20 years now. I also just want to thank the Ashtabula Growth Partnership for this nomination of the Best of County Awards, and I want to wish all the nominees the best of luck.
And the 2014 Business Excellence Award for businesses with 50 to 150 employees goes to ASHTA Chemical.
To announce the winner of the 2014 Business Excellence Award for over 150 employees is the CEO of ChromaFlow, Mr. Scott Becker.
Business Excellence Award nominees are also recognized for their investments into property, equipment, and research. Here are the finalists for the Business Excellence Award for businesses with over 150 employees.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mike Habowski. I'm the President and CEO of the ACMC Healthcare System. ACMC is celebrating 110 years this year of being in the community, and we started from very humble beginnings to now growing into a healthcare system that's composed of ACMC, the hospital, Glen Bay, Ashtabula Regional Home Health, and also we're partial owners in Community Care Ambulance. I want to say thank you to everyone at ACMC and our health system for what we do for our economy in the county. With over 1,100 employees, obviously we're a big economic impact, and our intent is to continue to grow ACMC. We encourage each of you to try to work with us to keep healthcare in the county. By keeping healthcare in the county and keeping our hospital strong, we keep the economy of Ashtabula County strong, and we're committed to that. Thank you for this very prestigious nomination, and we look forward to many, many good years of working with the Growth Partnership and growing Ashtabula County even stronger than it is today. Thank you again.
My name is Jason Munier. I'm the facility manager here of Mohawk Papers. We are a converting plant in Saybrook, Ohio. Our corporate headquarters is in Cohoes, New York. We cut and package paper that is manufactured in New York. They ship rolls to us. We convert it into any sort of sheet. Cut size sheets that go to copy machines, larger sheet sizes that go to printing presses. We also just recently, in the last several years, started to manufacture envelopes here at this facility. We are currently undergoing a fairly large envelope expansion in the last year, currently under progress. We've hired about 85 people. We probably have about another 30 to go within the next 12 months. So pretty exciting times for us here at Mohawk, and we thank you for your nomination.
The 2014 Business Excellence Award for businesses with over 150 employees goes to Ashtabula County Medical Center.
To present the Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome the manager of the Village of Orwell, Mr. Jack Nettis.
The Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes an individual who personifies the Growth Partnership mission, which is to coordinate and direct public and private efforts to achieve economic prosperity and improve the quality of life for all residents of Ashtabula County. Tonight's honoree leaves a legacy as an active leader in supporting that mission both in the private sector and in various roles in the public nonprofit sector. James Jones has demonstrated allegiance to leadership and leadership within and aided in the growth of the Ashtabula County economy. Jim has clearly lived the Growth Partnership mission throughout his long career.
Hadn't paid a lot of attention to Orwell politics. I was a member of the volunteer fire department, and that's about as far as it went. I was asked to run for mayor, held that office for 12 years. And in the course of those 12 years, we managed quite a number of pretty important, what I consider to be pretty important accomplishments. And I guess the most important was the creation of the Orwell Natural Gas Company. Kennametal uses electric furnaces, and that requires a lot of heat, a lot of gas to fire up those furnaces. And then some of our other industries began to blossom. We had been prospected by KraftMaid, have employed up to 600 people at times. We have another little smaller industry out in East Orwell, Welded Tube Company. They started during World War II manufacturing gas lines for airplanes and are considered one of the finest producers of steel tubing anywhere in the country. Back here, there's a location that it was an open, empty field. Today, this is a retirement community. Well operated, very attractive to people who need or desire that type of living. Fortunately, I've enjoyed watching a general increase in population to almost double what it had been back in the time when I first became mayor. I don't take credit for that. It's just that the community has become attractive enough to encourage increase in population. The years spent working with the Growth Partnership have really done a lot to enhance the progress of this community.
Please welcome our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. Jim Jones.
Good evening. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Growth Partnership, for permitting me to be here right now. I much appreciate that. I have a real solid feeling about the Growth Partnership. I was a member of the group for some great time. In fact, the first banquet of this nature was held in the 4-H building in the fairgrounds, and Donnie Winchell and I co-chaired it. That's been a while. That's been a while. And another milestone was this affair was held at the airport. And that was the night that the Growth Partnership really became what it is today. And that's when we brought Joe Marinick on board. And of course, we all understand what benefit Joe has been and the partnership through the years. I'd like to introduce my wife, Rosemary. And our sons, Jim and Tom. And again, thank you for supporting me in this position tonight. Thank you.
Well, before we turn the mic over to Don Yanone for some closing remarks, I've been asked on behalf of the Executive Committee and our entire Board of Trustees of Growth Partnership of Ashtabula County to say a few words about our President, Scott Strayer, and give him some recognition. Year in, year out, Scott has given his utmost to Ashtabula County. This year, however, he's been especially demanding as we worked through through the selection of our executive director, resulting in Don Yanone joining Growth Partnership. Those of us who served with Scott on the selection committee know how much time and energy he put into this effort, all while still managing other aspects of Growth Partnership and the major task at Crystal. He demonstrated considerable personal sacrifice, giving up family time, weekends, and holidays to work through Growth Partnership issues. Scott has worked unselfishly for the good of the county, providing leadership and devotion while trying to make the county a better place. He never does things for his own personal gain. You know, we often look at some of the past leaders that we've had here in the county, such as George Call and Robert Morrison and others. And certainly Scott has the very same vision for the county as these past leaders did. Scott had no idea these words were going to be said tonight. I know, Scott. But as I said, those of us who have worked with him over this past year felt that we had to take the opportunity to thank him for his efforts. It's so rare that we can get him when he's here in the county because he's always off to London or Dubai. But this evening he was able to join us, and we did want to say these words of thank you, Scott.
In just one moment, we'll hear final remarks from the Executive Director of Growth Partnership. Great Wave Communications is surging through Ashtabula County. We now offer business telephone service and solutions for North Kingsville, Ashtabula, Saybrook, Geneva, Rock Creek, and of course our hometown of Conneaut. Great Wave provides the best-of-class technology built on fiber optic transport, providing crystal clear and reliable voice services and high-speed internet service from 5 megabits to 1 gigabit. Ask us how to upgrade your existing business phone system and internet access, all while saving money. It can be done, and we have the references to prove it. Great Wave Communications, a new wave for future growth and expansion. Please welcome back to the stage the CEO and Executive Director of the Growth Partnership for Ashtabula County, Mr. Don Yanone.
You know, this really was an amazing event tonight. I was talking to Mary about it. I said, I really don't know what to expect. I've seen the pictures from the past and everything. But, you know, when you see this in person, you really understand that all of us stand on the shoulders of giants, whether it's Joe Marinick, and I had the opportunity to know Joe over the years, and Jim Jones, and my God, you know, so many others. George Call was a legend, you know, in terms of business school case studies. So, you know, we do, and now it's all our turn to do our part, and I'm going to work alongside you to make that happen. Before we conclude tonight, I want to make sure that we give one more round of applause for all of our winners and all the finalists because they did a great job. And I think, as we all know, events like this don't just happen. They happen because a tremendous amount of planning and hard work goes into it. And really, it's just amazing. So there are so many people I need to thank. I hope I can catch them all here, but certainly I need to thank my own staff, Cindy and Hattie, and they're training me well, by the way. And certainly the Growth Partnership's leadership, and Scott absolutely deserves it, and I think Sue Stocker, who put a lot of energy into this, and Ken Johnson, and so many others, really made this possible. And we certainly thank Andy and Ken from Great Wave Communications for their work, and for the Gazette and its work on the magazine, specifically Stephanie Wissell. Third Dimensions, Nathan, Ben, and crew for all the print work. To leadership, Ashtabula County, Laura Jones and Debbie Waring, who did a great deal to make this a success. And finally, a special thanks to the Spire Academy students who are with us tonight. And I am told, and this is just amazing, that they come from 26 states and 12 countries. So with that, let's give everybody a big round of applause. And if you want to hear a little bit more about what Growth Partnership is going to do, and I'm sure you do, please join us on October 1st at the Kent State Ashtabula Profiles Program, because we'll be not only sharing some ideas, but I want to talk with you about that. I want to hear you share your ideas back, because we need to hear that. But thank you once again. We'll see you next year.